boys don't cry, was lying, baby. No, you don't got a shot. Just tell me that you miss me, just tell me you mind. Be honest 100% and we fine. Cause you mean the most to me, that shit is true. Don't give a fuck about someone else that's not you. I could die right now happy, I'm chillin', I'm cool. Cause no one else got me the way that you do. If you leave me right now, guess I look like a fool. Fate brought us together, got holding like glue. You keep me in check and I'm checking you too. I'm writing these lyrics while thinking of you. You call on me, I swear. It won't take much and I promise I'm there. You just so different, I don't understand, no. Call on me, I swear. Yeah, it won't take much and I promise I'm there. You just so different, I don't understand, oh no.
Baby, what's the hold up? Wait a minute, hold up. You say you don't matter, but to me you perfect. Just tell me I'm your ride or die, tell me I'm your soldier. Cause I would go to war for you, yeah. Your word is like my orders, it's steady on my mind. I give you all my love and all my time. I'm just so grateful I can give you what's mine. Look, swear you the best I could ever find. I know we got our issues and baby that's fine. Cause who don't wish you could see what I see, but you don't, man, fuck them lies. Cause through my eyes I see you're worth it.
Cause there's nobody like you, no, no. There's nobody like you, no, no. There's nobody like you, no, no. Call on me, I swear. It won't take much and I promise I'm good. You just so different, I don't understand, no. Call on me, I swear. Yeah, it won't take much and I promise I'm good. You just so different, I don't understand, no, no.
just want one thing. The only time you want me around is when I'm in your bed. You know I don't play that shit. I know I'm in your head, but you's gon' come around, it's how it always is. You just want one thing. The only time you want me around is when I'm in your bed. I know I'm in your head, but you's gon' come around, it's how it always is. You only want one thing, don't give a fuck about me. You don't deserve no love, especially not from me. Tell me this one thing, would you cheat on me? You blaming me for everything, but still won't set me free.
Everything husky.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream next thing. Tomorrow's here again.
It's a brand new day, never hold on to hate. Cause you was placed here to be great. Please take your place. All queens got a seat at my table. Cause without y'all, then the man ain't able. Melanated queen, connected to the universe. And so I gotta thank my mom for my birth. If hate is the curse, then love is the remedy. So I send you love no matter creed or identity. Until infinity, look at you like you kin to me. Even when we disagree, yo, you still kin to me. In other words, I can't bring you no trouble, can't bring you no beef, don't wanna see you deceased. Now if I'm coming at you, I'm coming with a business plan. Cause every day I'm on some, yo, let's get this money, man. Yeah, and that's my real plans. I rest my head at night, I wake up, I got another plan.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream next thing. Tomorrow's here
It's a
again.
lot of high rappers tell me why we don't get money together, but we'll kill each other over whatever. Running down the freeway, we gonna own down. If Black Lives Matter, why we gonna own down? That's why they laugh and they think that we clowns. They hear what we say, but see how we get down. We gotta change that now, right now to be exact. Cause hurting that man's moms is not where it's at now. Old school, new school, need to learn, yo. They put us in groups so they can make more dough. The young versus the old versus the young. Black versus white, you see the pattern, right? No unity, keep them all on some gutter-ish. This way they don't prosper and get rich. Yo, can't you see it's a trick? Just open your third eye and you'll see the full view of it. Now yo, what if the powers that be know that the real power lies within the people? That's us. And what if they using things like crayon colors, black and white, to separate the people? Hey, yo, you gotta wake up. Don't let them fool y'all. Spread love.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream next thing. Tomorrow's Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream next thing. Tomorrow's here again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
All right, y'all. Good morning. We are in the building. You know what to do. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. Let's get into it, man. It's Friday. Man, oh man, oh man. What a week it has been. I know y'all excited it's Friday. Happy Friday to everybody who's in the building, man. Shout out to y'all. Of course, I clicked on the wrong screen again. We couldn't get it right one of these days. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE Beats of ClassEbeats.com. Today, we got a lot of news to get into, y'all. We got some breaking news today. Of course, as y'all saw in the title and in the description, we've been talking about it for the past 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks now. And Judge Glanville is over here in Georgia, right here in Atlanta in Fulton County, where I'm at, just wreaking havoc. And it's looking like they've had enough. And we have a couple of lawyers that are going to the Georgia Supreme Court. They're trying to get Judge Glanville up out of there. All right, so y'all stay tuned in for that. We've also are going to get some more reactions from the pop out show, the pop out concert, I should say, from Kendrick Lamar. We're going to talk about some of the people in the industry who are making some pretty bold statements about Kendrick Lamar when it comes to hip hop music and the music community. And then, of course, we got a couple other things we're going to go over, refreshing what's going on with the YSL case. But first of all, let me say what's up to the people in the chat. I see you in here, man. Shout out to ML in the building. It says happy Monday. Oh my gosh, man. ML is in here from the future. Where are you at, ML? He said happy Monday. Oh my gosh. But shout out to everybody who's in here from the future. I appreciate y'all. Happy Friday, though. It's good to see all of y'all in here. I know we've got a ton we're going to get into, so let me go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, y'all know what time it is. It is Friday, and today is a very special day because we have the Song of the Night live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tonight, we only have one more spot left. This is your last chance to get into the Season 8 tournament. So if you want an opportunity to get into the tournament, you'll get a chance to compete in next week's Versus to claim that last spot in the Season 8 tournament tonight. We're also going to be giving away some cash, a brand new Shure 55 SH microphone, and 2 door prizes. All right. So if you have some dope music, if you know somebody that has some music they want to get out there and get heard, make sure you tune into the show tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. All right. Also, here's everyone who's in the tournament so far. Y'all know what it is. Nick Flanagan, Lanisha Houston, Greg Dose, Lily, Dizzy Days, Hollywood Coast, Dizzy Too Hard, Puma Red, Javier LaFleur, King Creole Music, Smoking the One, Lord P, Mandy X just got in there most recently on Wednesday. If y'all missed it, go back and watch that episode. We heard some great music and Mandy X took home the win. Now, the interesting thing is we are actually going to have 4 artists competing next week in the Versus Challenge to claim that last spot in the Season 8 tournament. So it's going to be a big deal coming up next Wednesday. So make sure y'all subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time that we go live and anytime we're over here dropping some new videos. All right. So if y'all are ready, we're going to go ahead and get into it. ML said for me it's Friday. For me, Monday is Friday. Oh, okay. I see you over there. Shout out to ML. Nothing wrong with that, man. It feels like sometimes for me, it feels like every day is Monday, except maybe Saturday or Sunday. It slows down a little bit. So we'll get into it here in a second. ML says, I have a question. All right. What is your question, ML? I'm happy to answer it. And he says, do you watch boxing? I do not. No. But I know who Ryan Garcia is, if that's what you're going to talk about. I know the names in boxing. I just don't watch it. But I know who some of the people are. Young Steppa is in here. He just upgraded his membership to Diamond. Dang, I see you over there, Young Steppa. Welcome to the membership side. And good morning to you as well, man. Yeah, I do not. Why do you ask about boxing? I'm intrigued now. I do not watch it though. I like boxing, but just never been a boxing fan. Let me see what else y'all are saying over here. All right, so we should be good. We are going to go ahead and get into our first story. So since we have some breaking news, usually I save the main topic for last, but I really want to get into our main topic today. Young Steppa said, so wait, what's the benefits to Diamond? And he said, love, thank you, bro. Yeah, shout out to be a Diamond member. And he said, he loves Tank. Yeah. Everybody's a big fan of Tank. All right, we got a bunch of people watching and ready to go in here. So let's go ahead and get into it. I need to get this music right. And we should be good to go. Give me 1 second here. All right, good. Got him. All right, here we go. Y'all, this is some breaking news. We got to get into it. We got to get into it. We've got to address it because it's looking like it might be time for this YSL case to get shut down. Not only to have Judge Glanville removed, but possibly a mistrial. So we've got some breaking news for you. There has just been another motion filed, not only to end this case, but to get Judge Glanville removed from this case completely. Now, this was actually filed with the Georgia Supreme Court. Now, as some of y'all may remember, we talked about in another video, Brian Steele actually went to the Supreme Court to appeal the decision, or to appeal the contempt he was held in by Judge Glanville when Brian Steele wouldn't give him the name of the person who leaked information to Brian about the secret ex parte meeting that they had. And in this meeting, we've got information now that shows that they were meeting, Judge Glanville and the prosecution and several other people were meeting with Lil Woody, who is a sworn witness in this case, which that's a no-no. You can't do that. All right. So we now have this new document that has been filed, and the Supreme Court is aware of everything that's going on in this situation. They know that Judge Glanville is just really having a chokehold on this entire case. And it seems like he wants things to go a certain way. Now, we're going to get into it here in a second. I do want to give credit to the person I found this document from, and that is Megan. And I'm going to mispronounce her name, but Megan Cuniff over on Twitter. And what does she say? What does she say about this document that was filed? She says, will the Georgia Supreme Court kick Judge Glanville off the Young Thug / YSL trial? Doug Weinstein and JABT, attorneys for DeMonte Kendrick, filed an emergency petition today. All right. Here's the first page. I'll post the full document as soon as I get my internet working. All right. Now here's the first page. We're actually have access to the full document right now. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so y'all can see everything. And boy, when we get into what all is taking place in this document, it's a pretty serious accusation that they have against Judge Glanville. So check this out. In the Supreme Court, state of Georgia, we've got DeMonte Kendrick, the petitioner, versus Chief Judge Glanville. All right. And he's going to have to respond to this, and we'll see what the Supreme Court does here as well. DeMonte Kendrick's emergency petition for writ of, I'm going to mispronounce this too. I tried to pronounce it earlier. I was struggling. Mandamus, I believe it is, and stay of proceedings. This is huge, y'all. Stay of proceedings. They're trying to shut this entire trial down. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. They name everyone here. We're going to skip ahead of that, and then they lay out the table of contents. We're going to get into some more of the information that's in here, and y'all will see it here in a second. They also issue the table of authorities. This is the case law that stated some of this was used by Judge Glanville when he was saying that Brian Steele was going to be held in contempt and wasn't able to get out of the time he was supposed to serve. All right. So there's some of the rules. So we'll go down. Here we go. All right. This is all the information that we need and y'all wanted to see. Comes now DeMonte Kendrick, the petitioner, by and through his undersigned counsel, and brings this emergency petition for WM, was what we're going to call it, and stay of proceedings, showing as follows: jurisdiction and explanation of emergency, the nature of the petition. All right, here we go. The emergency petition concerns allegations of serious breaches of the Georgia Code of Judicial Conduct that violate petitioner's state and federal constitutional rights. All right, they're about to go at Judge Glanville here in a second. The petition relates to the conduct of Chief Judge Glanville, and they're going to refer to him as Glanville later on, and not to any rulings or orders of the judge. Now, this is important because if y'all remember when Brian Steele and a couple others were filing motions for the judge to recuse himself, the judge said, hey, I'm not going to recuse myself because the reason you guys are saying you want me to recuse myself is because you don't like the rulings that I'm making. Now, this is why they're saying this here is that the petition relates to the conduct of Judge Glanville and not to a ruling that he's made. All right. So they need to clarify that there. The court has jurisdiction over this matter under the Georgia, and they have it listed here. And they're talking about the Supreme Court, right? And in the case at bar, original relief in the form of motions for recusal have been filed and denied 3 times by 3 respective movants. It's probably movants. Yeah, we've got Brian Steele, we've got Weinstein. Oh, and Kayla. Kayla was the third one. Y'all remember Kayla Bumpus? She was Woody's ex-attorney, the one that he fired. And she later on said that he was doing her a favor because he knew she didn't want to be on the case and she was only supposed to be there for one day covering for someone. She was the third person that filed a motion for recusal. All right. Likewise, Glanville has denied the movement's respective requests for a certificate of immediate review 3 times. And we talked about this as well. Judge Glanville, he has to, if he doesn't say that they can file these motions and they can move forward with this and appeal, then it doesn't happen, which is one thing I find weird about the law system, but I'm not going to go into that side because I don't know enough. I'm not experienced enough about it. Glanville, as chief judge, has obstructed defense counsel's attempts to have a disinterested party review the numerous allegations contained in at least 4 affidavits which allege judicial misconduct and unfair proceedings. These affidavits, if true, would constitute serious violations of the Code of Judicial Ethics. All right. Citing a lack of evidentiary foundation caused by Glanville's own recalcitrance. I don't know what that means. Caused by Glanville's own recalcitrance. I'm going to have to look that up. In refusing to provide a transcript stripped of a secret ex parte proceeding, Glanville has hindered defense counsel's ability to effectively pursue relief by claiming judicial privilege while denying certificates of immediate relief. And we talked about this the other day, saying that Judge Glanville decided that he wasn't going to let them have the transcript from the secret meeting. Now it comes out and he says, okay, I'll let you have the transcript, but some of it's going to be redacted and you're not going to get to see the whole thing. So at every stop, they're trying to get more clarity. They're trying to get more transparency from Judge Glanville. He's holding off and saying, nah, we're not doing that. I don't have to let y'all know what took place in this meeting with a sworn witness, which y'all know or may not know. I don't know. You can't just meet with a sworn in witness by yourself like that. It's just not right. Anyway, assuming this court would not let the opportunity to review the decisions on the multiple motions to recuse unless or until the underlying case was concluded, Glanville continues to hide behind a purported standard that his actions would be reviewed in hindsight for abuse of discretion. I don't know why I was struggling with that word. So basically what they're saying here is that Judge Glanville said he's more than happy to let them appeal any of the rulings he's made on the motions after the case is done, which we all know it's going to be several years until this case is completed because we're not even halfway through and Young Thug has been in jail for over 2 years now, I believe. So this is just bad and showing his bias already. Glanville's obstruction of defendants' right to a fair and impartial trial has risen to the level that defense counsel now believes all attempts to obtain relief in the Superior Court of Fulton County will be ineffective. Yeah, he's not moving. 3 motions for recusal have been filed and denied, and 2 WMs are already attached to the instant case, which were filed and pending for more than about 1 year. Okay. And then they have a note here showing when the first one was filed. We won't go over that. Therefore, any effort to file a WM in Fulton County that would be heard by Chief Judge Glanville would result in frustration and lack of action. Yeah, they're saying Judge Glanville's not going to move. He's going to sit on it, or he's just going to tell him no. Wow. Glanville's court is where writs go to die. Dang. Yo, that's crazy that they put this in here. They said his court is where writs go to die. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of wild. But anyway, as the present petition for WM would go to Glanville if filed in Fulton County Superior Court, petitioner has no option other than for the Georgia Supreme Court to exercise in discretion and consider defendants' claims, which I think they will. Yo, I honestly, I didn't think this would happen, but depending on what the Supreme Court does, if they look at this and they see that there is some evidence that Glanville has made moves that only someone who's biased would make, I mean, this whole thing could be a mistrial. I could see it happen. Now, personally, I haven't practiced law. I'm not a law professional. This is just me looking at everything that's being presented here and has been presented in the past few motions. I mean, they have a lot of evidence stacked up against him, most recently in this ex parte meeting. Secret ex parte proceeding was held on June 10th. In attendance were Glanville, Lil Woody, prosecutors Love and Hilton, that's Simone Hilton, investigators from the Fulton County DA's office. They don't say how many people were there, and members of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. As a result of the proceeding on June 12, 2024, petitioner requested that the presiding judge, Glanville, recuse himself from the petitioner's trial for, among other counts, count 2, and this is what the petitioner is being charged for. Despite preceding all requirements to inform I apologize, y'all. Despite preceding all requirements of Uniform Superior Court Rule 25, the motion for recusal was summarily denied without following the required procedure in this section. All right. Glanville denied a request for a certificate of immediate review. A formal order denying the motion was entered on June 14th, 2 days after the motion for recusal was filed. Jeez. Yeah. Judge, he's holding up this whole case. As chief judge of the Fulton County Superior Court, Glanville holds a unique position within the county, which carries a significant amount of weight and power among his fellow county judges. You could argue with him being the chief judge, especially in this case, that Judge Glanville is the highest judge in Fulton County. All right. And I mean, with it being in Fulton County, which is, I mean, it's in Atlanta, right? Which Atlanta is the capital, the highest city in this state. I mean, you could argue that Judge Glanville is one of the highest judges in this state. So he definitely has a lot of power. He has a lot of decision making when it comes to this case specifically, which is the biggest case that has existed in the history of the state of Georgia, and definitely in the history of Fulton County. As chief judge of Fulton County Superior Court, Glanville holds a unique position within the county, which carries a significant amount of weight and power among his fellow county judges. Glanville has repeatedly refused to issue a certificate of immediate review that would permit the Georgia Court of Appeals to review his decision on the recusal motion. Now, with these certificates of immediate review, right? Judge Glanville, basically what the defense is saying is we want our motion to be immediately moved forward and reviewed so we can get this taken care of. Judge Glanville is the one that gets to make the decision. And basically this certificate of immediate review, he has to give to the defense to allow them to appeal this decision, right? So if he says no, then the defense can't do anything. They can't move forward. And if Judge Glanville didn't have anything to hide, if he wasn't doing anything wrong, then you would think he'd be like, yeah, just go ahead. Here's the certificate of immediate review. Take it to appeals. I haven't done anything wrong. I don't care if y'all file this motion to recuse because I'm in the clear. But with him pushing back, not one, not two, but 3 times, It's just not looking great for him. And I think the Supreme Court's going to see that. Again, the law is crazy. We don't know what all other politics are going on behind the scenes, but the evidence is there for sure. All right. It says, therefore, invoking the original jurisdiction of this court to issue writs is petitioner's only recourse, right? So they said we had to go to the Supreme Court. We didn't have a choice. If not considered by this honorable court, the still incarcerated defendant would be forced to wait for at least another year or more of the trial before seeking appellate review. The appellate procedure in the case at bar will be extremely lengthy and cumbersome, with more than a year's worth of transcripts to review. Yeah, I mean, y'all see how long just these few interviews with Little Woody have gone. Imagine them having to review all of these transcripts from this proceeding, from the proceedings that already have taken place. I mean, it would be crazy. Emergency relief is requested because the witness that was coerced by Glanville, talking about Little Woody, is presently on the witness stand, which again, this is a big deal. Can't be doing that. Absent emergency relief from this court in some form, Glanville will control the scope and the substance of the undersigned counsel's cross-examination of Little Woody. Now, what they're saying here is, it says absent of emergency relief, this court from this court in some form, Glanville will control the scope and substance of undersigned counsel's cross-examination from Little Woody. Basically, what they're saying is the defense plans on cross-examining Little Woody once they're done, once the prosecution's done presenting their case and, you know, questioning him initially, right? So once they get done with that, when it comes to the defense's time to cross-examine him, what do you guys think the first question they're going to ask Little Woody is? And you'll have to let me know in the comments in the chat. The first question they're going to ask Little Woody is, what happened in the secret meeting? What did the judge say to you? What was the prosecution pressuring you? And what did you say in this meeting, Lil Woody? Because we know that Lil Woody has immunity, right? So anything he says that he did, and when it comes to this case in the past, he's not going to have to be held accountable for. And one of the things he said he was going to say to the prosecution was that he killed Big Nut. Now, what happens if he says that? If Lil Woody says, I killed Big Nut, and he said to the prosecution that I killed Big Nut, then this whole case against Young Thug falls apart. So again, this is points towards Lil Woody. One, because he doesn't want to have to go back in the streets being looked at as a snitch. Two, he got immunity. He's taking the fall for the murder of Big Nut. He can't be held accountable for it, right? And then the case goes off of Young Thug. Young Thug, I believe, would look at that favorably, right? So this is going to be interesting, because once the defense goes to cross-examine Lil Woody, he's going to want to cooperate with them. Lil Woody, as we've seen, he does not want to be there. He doesn't want to work with the prosecution. He pled the fifth, and he was sitting in jail for the whole weekend because he didn't want to cooperate. So when the defense comes up there and they're trying to get Lil Woody to say all this stuff isn't true and that he did certain things, he's going to help them. The problem is Judge Glanville is controlling the case. So when they get to the cross-examination, Judge Glanville can say, no, you can't ask him that. You're not going to ask him about the meeting. You're not going to ask him what he said. What he said or what he's saying is hearsay. It's redacted from the transcript. And Judge Glanville is basically going to shut this whole situation down, which to me would even look more like he is on the side of the prosecution. It's just, the whole thing is just a mess. Anticipated areas of cross-examination include Brady material that counsel believes was disclosed at the proceeding, but not provided to counsel as required by law, transcripts, as well as the coercive joint efforts of the bench and state. Given the conduct during the ex parte proceedings, at least an appearance of impropriety, if not actual impropriety, cast a pall over any ruling that Glanville may make during the counsel's cross-examination of Copeland. Exactly. And that's kind of what we just talked about Judge Glanville can basically shut down any questions about the ex parte meeting or any questions they have in general, which would not be good for the defense because their hands are going to be tied and they won't be able to make their case even more for why there should be a mistrial and or why Judge Glanville should recuse himself. All right, relief sought. Here's what they want. As Glanville has found petitioner's motion for recusal to have been filed and presented in a timely fashion, which he said, okay, that's fine. You filed this. It all looks good, but I'm not going to grant you your, I want to use the exact wording here. I'm not going to give you permission to move forward with a certificate of immediate review is what it's called, right? The Weinstein affidavit to be legally sufficient and the affidavit containing facts that if proven would warrant recusal, petitioners request this court grant a writ directing Glanville to adhere to Rule 225.3 and thus assign the motion for recusal for hearing before an unbiased judge. All right, so they're taking shots at Judge Glanville and saying, hey, Supreme Court, he's clearly wrong in this case. You can look and see several instances where he's been wrong, where he's tried to lean more towards giving the prosecution what they need and want instead of making this a fair and unbiased trial. You guys have to step in. You have to do your job and you have to say, Judge Glanville, you got to step down from this case. All right. So Judge Glanville has made it clear he's not going to step down willingly. It's time for you guys to step up. Petitioner further asks of this court that proceedings in the trial in this section be stayed pending resolution of the motion for recusal. Wow. Petitioner further asked this court for a writ ordering Glanville to produce immediately and certainly no later than prior to the court of cross-examination of Lil Woody, an unredacted transcript to defendants of the secret ex parte proceedings held on June 12, 2024. Petitioner also asks this court that it enter any further writs or orders it deems appropriate given the actions of Glanville. Okay, so they're basically saying here, hey, we want the unredacted transcripts. We want to be able to review them before we get Lil Woody on the stand because y'all know the first thing we're going to ask him is what took place in this secret meeting because we want to move towards a mistrial because this whole thing has been messed up the entire time. Can y'all imagine being a part of this case? I mean, in every aspect, whether you're an attorney in this case, Judge Glanville, prosecution, Lil Woody, you're a defendant, you're on the jury, you're a recorder. I mean, imagine what the recorder's thinking. She's writing all this down and seeing all of this happen, just sitting there taking notes. She knows what's going on more than anyone, I'm sure. This is crazy. Whether Glanville, this is the issues presented, whether Glanville was correct in failing to follow the mandates of this USCR 25.3 by refusing to refer the motion for recusal to an unbiased judge for hearing following argument on June 12, 2024, particularly after making findings in an order of June 14th, 2024, that the motion was timely, the attached affidavit was legally sufficient, and that the affidavit contains assertions of fact to support the allegations of bias and impartiality. And then we got a lot more here. They're basically talking about the procedural history, what went on, giving some background about the entire case. They talk more about the secret meeting, which we've covered in length, and y'all know about that. Secret meeting took place. The defense wasn't allowed to be there. So there's a lot to go into. This whole thing is 85 pages long. We're not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to link this particular document in the description of this video if y'all want to review it for yourselves. If you have any thoughts or if you have any more comments, make sure you leave them in the comment section of this video too. Let me know what you think as well. Is this case going to come to a mistrial? What's the Supreme Court going to do? And is Judge Glanville going to be removed from this case, first of all? I don't know. It's wild. Let me see what else everybody is saying in the chat, man. Shout out to everyone who's in here. Young Steppa's in the building. Oh, man, there she is. The amazing Amy is up in here. Shout out to Amy. Young Steppa said, I feel like ClassE is 5'8".
Hey,
I'm not 5'8". Oh Lord. Young Steppa said I'm 5'11". He said I said 5'11" on my ID for my permit. Oh my gosh. Snappa Slappa said he's 5'8". 5'8's not short. Yeah, 5'8 is definitely not short. I think that's the average height. And then Snappa, okay, y'all are talking about height. Amy says salute. What else are y'all saying? Snappa Slappa said ClassE was a college athlete. He bigger than 5'8". Y'all are a mess, man. Oh my gosh. Y'all are funny. Snappa Slappa said, I'm glad I'm not in court. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a circus. It most definitely is, man. And this isn't the last thing we're going to hear because we still haven't gotten to cross-examination yet, right? So say this is delayed and say we don't hear anything back in the next week. Well, man, the defense could question Lil Woody before we even hear back from the Supreme Court. With that being said, the defense only has the redacted transcripts of this secret meeting, right? So even if they go into it, even if they start to ask Lil Woody questions, the judge can say that's a relevant question. Don't need to ask that. That's redacted for a reason. We're not going to give you any more information on that. So this whole thing is a mess. Now, with it being the Supreme Court, with it being on a Friday, I don't know what's going to happen here, because they would have to move pretty quick on this one. And if the Supreme Court does, either one, they're going to say, okay, we agree, Glanville, you have to go, and they put a stay. Or two, they respond and they say, nah, we don't see that there's enough information, continue with the case. Then the defense has to deal with questioning Lil Woody and using a redacted version of this transcripts. Interesting thing is, even once Judge Glanville is removed, they'll still have this full transcript, right? So say he is removed, they'll still have the full transcript, and they can still move for a mistrial after that because of some of the things that went on during that secret meeting. So, whew, this whole thing is an absolute mess. Look at Amy in there showing love. My Amy's up in here. Shout out to Amy. Snappa Slappa dropping hearts too. Oh my God. So much love up in here. All right, let's keep it moving. We've got a couple other things we want to cover, unless, let me see. Unless y'all have anything else you want to mention about this. Also, it's Friday, man. Y'all are kicking it. You're ready for your weekend. If you want to call in, please click the link in the description and call in. I would love to talk about this with y'all. Actually, voice to voice and not just in the chat. I love and appreciate the chat too. But if y'all want to call in, you can definitely do that. Also, I pulled up the definition of writ mandamus as well. It says, writ mandamus is a court order that commands a government official, agency, or another court to do something that is part of their official duties or to correct an abuse of discretion. In simple terms, it's like a legal order that says you have to do your job. It is typically used when someone wants to compel an official to fulfill their legal obligation. So that's why this type of thing was filed specifically in this case, because I mean, somebody has to step in this situation, because man, Judge Glanville is going off the rails. All right, couple more things and we'll get into it. Amy said, y'all copying me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Amy needs to call in. She said she's helping C West right now. She would call. Yeah, y'all go check out C West. He's got a concert tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. Amy, make sure you drop all the links for people to get tickets in the chat. But yeah, that would be dope. Oh yeah, shout out to Young Steppa. He says, hey, ClassE, on the perks, it says that having a diamond membership gives you a priority song play. Is that true? It absolutely is true, man. Yep, you definitely get a priority play. So once we are hosting the Song of the Night live, you're automatically in the queue. Now, if somebody sends in the skip, then obviously that skip gets moved ahead forward. And if someone is a new timer, all right. But once we get through all the skips and the new timers, the Diamond members take priority on the Song of the Night Live. All right. So shout out to all the Diamond members over there. Yeah. Young Stepper said, I would call it, but I'm too busy playing C. Hey, enjoy your summer, man. I know you were putting in the work in school, so I'm not mad at it. Amy says you can find and get tickets at the Real C West. Link in the bio for a concert tonight. All right, y'all check it out. I believe it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but y'all don't quote me on that. All right, just make sure you go check him out. All right, let's get into our next topic. Y'all give me 1 second real quick. I need to make sure I have everything set up, and we should be good to go.
Tell me now, or show me how I'm supposed to love you. I see no one else above you. Treat you like you make me lucky. You must be meant for me, cause leaving me comes with an exit fee. Your love's like ecstasy. I love when you're next to me. Are you just testing me? Are you my ex to be? Or we just wait and see? Don't be the next to leave. Wait and breathe, stay with me. Please don't label me.
Oh yeah, let me talk to Quay.
Spiritually, physically, emotionally, this is how it's supposed to be. I like you this close to me. Heart to heart,
let me turn this
chest
down.
to chest. I wanna feel your best.
Yeah, so Quay is asking about music reviews in the chat. Quay says, where's the link to submit? So Quay, we have a new music review show that we're doing, and it's every Tuesday and Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're not doing music reviews on this show, all right? So no more music reviews on the Music Morning Show for now. Right now, we're just doing them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And of course, you know, you can join the Song of the Night Live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Let me see. Young Stepper said, I was most definitely putting in the work in school, getting straight A's, straight B's. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. You don't have to get straight A's. Oh, shoot. Don't. Hey, I didn't say that. I mean, get those straight A's. All right. As long as you did your best, you're fine. Dang, man. Mama Stepper is she's not going to let you watch the live stream anymore. All right, here we go. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Kendrick Lamar and this whole the Pop Out Ken and Friends concert that took place. Now, some of y'all may, oh Lord, this is terrible timing. Why is Smokey the one join the show once we start talking about Kendrick, man? Oh my gosh. He says, where the ho? What up, y'all? Shout out to Smokey the one. Smokey, you can just go ahead and click off this video. We're going to be talking about Kendrick again. I know you get a little bit sensitive. All right, so just relax. All right, here we go. So everyone in the music industry is finally reacting to what went on at the Pop Out concert. Kendrick Lamar featuring a ton of other artists, some of my favorite artists like Roddy Ricch and others. It was an amazing show. Honestly, I wish I could have been there. It looked like it was a great time. The energy was off the charts. If y'all want to watch the full concert, you can watch it over on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. And shout out to Amazon for hosting it there as well. But I wanted to play a couple of clips for y'all of some of the people in the music community and some big artists reacting to the concert. Here we go.
Top of the morning, Big Snoop Dogg coming at you live from Canada.
Shout out to Snoop.
Sending a big shout out to K-Dot and all the homies from the West that stood together, unified, organized, in peace, love. That was beautiful. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, it's dope.
Beautiful to see all of my peoples come together. And K-Dot, you are the king of the West. That's the kind of shit kings do. We unite. We bring our peoples together.
All right, shout out to Snoop saying K-Dot is the king of the West. I don't think anybody is arguing that right now. I don't think he's arguing that. This man brought the entire state of California and more together. It was amazing to see. So shout out to Snoop Dogg for giving him the cosign. I think he earned it. I think he deserves it as well. Also, over here, man, we've got one of my favorite people. Charlemagne the Guy calling Kendrick Lamar the king of hip hop on the Breakfast Club. Y'all check this out.
Kendrick set the tone. He let us know that this was a victory lap, and he came there, the blood and crip walk on his enemy's head top. And to me, the show wasn't about Drake as much as it was about Kendrick Lamar becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion of hip hop. Like when it comes to this new generation, we've been watching over the last 15 years. Kendrick is the king of hip hop, and it's not even close. And I'm not talking about charts. I'm not talking about streaming records. I'm not talking about pop songs, singing on songs. I'm talking about bars, rap, hip hop, culture. Kendrick wears that crown, and it's not even close.
I'll let the
It was
clip
bigger
finish.
than the Drake beef and all that. Just what he did for LA and the fact that he unifies so many different hoods, so many different communities, so many different gangs, had them all on one stage, and what he did for hip hop last night was simply amazing.
Greatest thing that happened on Juneteenth. Kendrick set the.
Now, Charlemagne very rarely has good takes, and of course, this is not one of the times he had a good take. To say this isn't about Drake. Come on, man. How can you say that? I just wish some of these people would be genuine. I'm not surprised that they're not. I mean, you've got several people who are Drake haters. You got several people who are Drake fans, Kendrick fans, whatever, speaking out. It's fine. But it's hard to hear an unbiased opinion on this, because how can you say it's not about Drake where he performed mainly diss tracks about Drake? Why can't we be real? Why can't we say, oh, well, you got to look at the bigger picture? Kendrick Lamar has been doing this for a long time. Why is it just now that this is happening?
The tone, he let us know that this was a victory lap, and he came there.
Okay, so he let us know it's a victory lap, but it's not about Drake. Stop.
The blood and Crip walk on his enemy's head top. And to me, the show wasn't about Drake as much as it was about Kendrick Lamar becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion of hip hop.
This guy has the worst takes.
Like when it comes to this new generation, we've been watching over the last 15 years. Kendrick is the king of hip hop, and it's not even close. And I'm not talking.
He said Kendrick was the king of hip hop over the past few years. Nah, no.
Stop the cap.
No.
Talking about charts. I'm not talking about streaming records. I'm not talking about, pop songs, singing on songs. I'm talking about bars, rap, hip hop, culture. Kendrick wears that crown, and it's not even close.
I agree. It was bigger than the Drake beef and all that. Just what he did for LA and the fact that he unifies so many different hoods.
If you want to, there's so many artists that would have something to say about that. You've got the Lil Waynes, you've got the Ye's, you've got the Jay-Z's, you've got. You're saying the past several years? I mean, is y'all's memory that short? And there's even when you're talking about the West Coast, and I think I mentioned this before. I mean, Kendrick Lamar. There's nobody that is coming close to Kendrick Lamar. He's been the king of the West Coast, I think, since he started to ascend and be in that big three conversation. I don't think that's been a debate. But when you're talking about the kings of hip hop, y'all. You got to chill, man.
So many different communities, so many different gangs, had them all on one stage, and what he did for hip hop last night was simply amazing.
Greatest thing that happened on June.
What did he do for hip hop? I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me. Here's some fans reacting to the whole thing.
All I gotta say is, Drake, he a bitch. Kendrick on top. We're gonna act like his mother is not standing here.
What was the highlight of the show just now?
Not Like Us.
The fact he did that song like how many times? 5 in a row.
The fact that he played They Not Like Us about 5 times or so. They Not Like Us.
The 6th time when he brought everybody on stage, when he put all the sets together. Juneteenth in 2024 means something different now, man.
When he played 6.
What does it mean? I hear people keep saying that. I hear people keep saying, "Oh, it's bigger." What? What is it? What does that mean? I haven't heard anybody yet say what this means. Oh, it means something bigger. It means something bigger. What does it mean? People are just saying stuff.
All I gotta say is, Drake, he a bitch. bitch. Kendrick on top. We're gonna act like his mother's not standing here.
What was the highlight of the show just now?
Not like us. The fact he did that song like how many times? 5 in a row.
The fact that he played They Not Like Us about 5 times or so. They Not Like Us.
The 6th time when he brought everybody on stage, when he put all the sets together. Juneteenth in 2024 means something different now, man.
When he played 616 in LA with Absol. Okay. I did not expect that.
Seeing all them gangsters on stage like that, just, you know what I'm saying, that California love, bro, that's a vibe. Unity, man, definitely seeing everybody up there, and we ran that They Not Like Us about like 10 times.
Unity, man, he ran that They Not Like Us back. Come on, man.
When he performed Not Like Us 16,000 times, he could have did it again.
What was your reaction when you saw Drake come out and intro in the track?
That had me static. I'm like, what the f? I was surprised that I was still moving young.
Yo. Dr. Dre caught me completely off guard when he said, I immediately pulled my phone out.
Congregation is full, fed, and happy.
Okay.
Hey, and most of all, nappy.
Now, I know y'all might be cooking up a skit for this already, but how you think Drake feel post?
Can't say. You gotta wait till the video. No, I'm not saying nothing. Just tune in case we drop something. I don't know.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
I'm not seeing it, man. I think it's I think it's funny that people are trying to take this to the next level and say, oh, it's about this, it's about this. How? What are they actually doing? I want to hold these artists and these rappers in such high regard and say, if you think of like a Ryan Leslie, or you think of like a rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, those to me are some of the artists you can look at and say they were trying to make a difference. They were starting a movement. I don't see where's the activism in this? Where is somebody coming out and sending a message and creating a movement? I'm not seeing it. I don't see the point. And again, y'all are saying, Smoke in the chat saying, stop hating. You still haven't answered my question. Y'all are saying unity for what? Unity to say, oh, okay, if someone is light skinned and they're from Canada, that they can't rap or they can't say ninja. Y'all, if there's a bigger picture, I'm missing it because I don't get it. Speaking of that, I'm gonna skip over Joe Budden and go to this one thing I saw because this is hilarious to me. Y'all want to talk about unity? Look at this clip from the concert.
We don't want to hear you say. We don't want to hear you say. We don't want to hear you say. We don't want to hear you say.
I thought that was hilarious because this person says, now show all the white and Mexican folk who said ninja. A bunch of white folk. Look at the people who were at this concert. What is this? It's hypocritical. What are we saying here?
Hey, Drake, I hear you like a dog. You never gonna sell my car.
Yeah, all these people are here for unity. It's Charlemagne's right. You know what? He's right. It wasn't mainly about Drake. It was about the unity. It was about sending a bigger message. What do y'all want? I don't get it. I'm missing something, y'all. Y'all are going to have to tell me. I still have yet. I hear people say, oh, you're a hater. Oh, you're a Drake fan. Can one person tell me what it's about? If you want to say it's about the West Coast, okay, I'll buy that. Yeah, don't mess with the West Coast. That's fine. But saying, oh, it's a deeper meaning. It's a bigger thing. It's about unity. No. Kendrick's been that guy on the West Coast. He was always going to be that guy. What's the message here? Anyway, we're going to keep it moving. I'm going to give y'all a break on that one because I know the Kendrick fans are going to be heated about that take. Joe Budden was talking about what happened at the Pop Out concert and the rumors behind what's going on with this whole Kendrick bot thing. I thought this was interesting.
Not only do I not care that he used bots, but I knew he did.
Okay.
Uh-oh. What else is there to y'all didn't know that Kendrick used bots?
No, and I didn't
You thought
care.
that this was just the first time miraculously that a Drake record ever had more dislikes than likes, or you didn't know that was bots? Bots, to me, was a part of how you win the war versus Drake.
Thank you.
Yeah, this new age war,
Hey,
yeah.
if you didn't do it, Drake was going to do it.
Probably did.
No, he
Probably
did.
did.
He
Probably
did.
did.
But because he lost in the fashion that he lost in, there seems to be a select crowd out there that continues to not lose gracefully. Not only.
Yeah, man, shout out to Joe. I'm so glad he said this. I don't usually agree with him, but he's right. This whole bot conversation, it doesn't matter. It's a part of the game. It's a part of the industry. Everyone who has been involved in the industry and even some independent artists use this system. So it's a silly point at this point. Also, we've got some more reactions to what happened and some of the moves that Kendrick made during this beef and how they may affected things and affected the outcome.
It was his first.
Then Drake dropped. Then what was the one he came back with?
616 in LA.
That's when it started. It went bad from there.
That's the one, I tell you, that one is underrated.
Yeah. It went bad
Not enough
from there.
attention was paid to 616 in LA.
It was so smart. Drake, he swung back. I didn't think it was enough, but he swung back. I wasn't mad at the swings. But Kendrick, whatever he could have said, Kendrick was so strategic. He swallowed that shit up so fast because he responded so fast. And then he hit you with a banger. Well, you was dead. It's just tough. You gotta study the art of war.
Yeah,
Just
he
have
went
to.
in ill prepared, man. That's it.
Everybody like, he got 3 weeks. I was like, he in there cooking over and over and
what was
over
wrong
again.
with them, Rhapsody?
I don't know.
What was wrong?
The boy has been performing at this level a long time. What did you?
They was doing their little stupid countdown.
What you thought he was in there shivering?
Hey, it's been 9 days.
He was in there like a mad dog.
It's been 11 whole days. No response.
Even Drake himself sitting there.
I'm like,
you still ain't respond. Yo, you had to move your response a week.
And when we came in here, y'all
took
niggas
that
was
week.
telling me that because he was big on the clock at that point in the
No.
battle. And all I could keep saying was, he's coming.
Yeah, and I think, man, I agree 100%. Drake played this whole thing wrong with the botch leak between push-ups with the Heart Part 6. It was just, it was an L, man. Sorry. Yeah, Drake definitely, Kendrick is up right now, and there's no denying that fact. All right, now I want to get into this video real quick. This was I don't know who this person is, but I saw this video posted. Definitely want to react to it and hear y'all's thoughts in the comments. But let me see what y'all are saying first about this. Let me see. Snapper says West Coast, the best coast. Yeah, shout out to the West Coast, man. Amy says it means something bigger. Oh man. And he said, nah, Wayne been out of the seat, no cap. Oh, as the king of hip hop? Oh, yeah, I agree. I just don't think it's Kendrick. If you're talking about hip hop culture, maybe. Yeah, sure. But he said, stop hating. You see, oh, y'all are crying over there. Stop hating. Smokey says those hoods been beefing for years. He had sets that never would click together on the same stage. So? So what? Seriously, Smokey, so what? What is it? Okay, cool. Yeah, they were on the same stage because Drake said something about the West Coast. That's great. Hey, congratulations. What is that going to change? Did they have a meeting afterwards talking about how things need to change in the streets? How what they're doing isn't worth it? But no, y'all always say, oh yeah, hey Kendrick, you're the man. You got him on the same stage. Woo, good job. Y'all stop. Just keep it about the music, and you can miss me with this activist. It's about the bigger picture. It's about love. What does that do? Not a thing, man. It was for Bompton. We don't want to hear you say neighbor no more. Yeah, all this. We don't want to hear you say. Hypocrite, man. Why are you singing that in front of a bunch of people that you wouldn't let say that? And y'all get on me. Saying, I'd say, hey, everybody, you just say it. Just say it so we can get over this. You can't say ninja. I don't say it. But if y'all want to say it, fine. Hoover and Fruittown on the same stage. Iconic. Oh, yay. Who cares? It's unfair. Is it unfair to even the field? What do you mean? No, I think they should use bots, especially if you can benefit from it from an algorithmic standpoint, from a brand. Yeah, use it. I don't care. I don't hold too much weight on that stuff. Like, do what you got to do to win, as long as it's ethical. I think, because you got to think about karma there. But Snappa Slappa says it doesn't even matter about numbers. It's clear who won. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Snappa. Smokey said, Snappa E not trying to hear that. I personally said it to him. I felt well. No, I'm not saying. I agree that the numbers don't matter, but it's been used as a point to say, oh, well, this is why Kendrick won. I don't think the numbers have anything to do with it. I'm looking purely at the music. The numbers are just a side effect to it. I'm looking purely at the music. When you look at the music, it's clear who won. So I agree with that statement. But what I don't agree with, the people who are saying, oh, we got to look at the numbers on one side, but we don't have to look at the numbers on the other side. And that's why I bring them up, because they don't want to look at both sides. They only want to look at the numbers that support their argument. Mixed Chick Samantha said, that man dancing needs to unify with the beat. Oh, man, she's cooking them over here. She's talking about, where did he go? I gotta find it. Where did that guy go? She's talking about, oh, did I exit out of it? Oh, she's talking about this. You know what he said? He doesn't even know the lyrics. That is funny. Snappa Slappa said, you must not be listening to the music. It's cool to be upbeat. Oh, no. No, we're not doing that. He said upbeat. No, it was for Compton. Ben said that. Of course you don't think so. Smokey, you still have... Okay, fine. You disagree. You could call in or you could type into the chat. You still haven't told me how. You still haven't told me how. So he brought everybody up on stage. Cool. Now what? Are the Crips and the Bloods and all the different sets going to have a meeting? And you say, you know what? You know what, guys? When I was on the stage, it just made me think for a second. You know, I heard Kendrick saying, you know, they not like us, and Drake's a certified lover boy, certified pedophile. And every single wop, wop, wop. It just got me thinking, you know, why are we doing this? Why are we here? you know, we were on stage for one goal, and that was just to put on for the West Coast and to let that Canadian light skin, can't say ninja actor, fake rapper just come in here and do what he does. You know, we just need to put it all aside and just unify, man. Hell no, that didn't happen. Hey, y'all are just eating this up, just saying, oh, Kendrick, he's this big activist, he brought everybody together on Juneteenth. No, there's no unity. It's going to go back to business as usual. Juneteenth is going to be forgotten, and the Crips and the Bloods going to be Crips and the Bloods, and this set going to be this set, and that set's going to be that set. So just, okay. Yeah, see, again, this is almost sad to me, right? I know Smokey, he's just trolling, but he says, win for Compton, win for sets, win for the culture, and win for Kendrick. Still haven't said how. But it's fine. This is why the culture is where it's at. This is why hip hop is where it's at. It's not about moving forward. And the few ones that were trying to create and find ways and actually talk about what we can do to move forward, they're gone. They were taken away from us. So who else brings the city together? What does that mean? That's my question. What does that mean? Who else brings the city together? What does that mean? For a concert? This is us coming together, us coming to a concert and saying, fuck Drake. If y'all dancing in the stadium, listening to that, Not Like Us is what unity looks like, man, Martin Luther King is rolling in his grave right now. What I'm saying, I'm not trying to, this isn't really even about Kendrick Lamar. This is more about y'all. And like, why are we holding this person who is just, he's an artist, he makes dope music. Why is this the guy that we're saying, yeah, he's the one who's unifying us? When that's not even his main goal. That wasn't even the point. His goal was to beat Drake. And that's what he did. Congratulations to him. But you're saying the city was brought together. In what way? No, he disrespected Kendrick. Drake said, I'm bigger than your city. I'm bigger in your city than you are. And y'all want to say, oh, well, on the tailor-made freestyle, he used Tupac's voice. He used Snoop Dogg's voice. Disrespectful. No, I'm a fan of listen, I'm a Kendrick fan. I think Kendrick is one of the greatest rap lyricists ever. All right. So I have huge respect for Kendrick. I'm a fan of Kendrick and his talent. I think he's talented. I don't think there's a lot of artists out there who are like that. But for y'all to sit here and act like this man is some activist who is just doing so much for the West Coast and putting the West Coast on and unifying the West Coast. This is a Juneteenth concert, and a Drake beef is not changing that. And if y'all think it is, then you're wrong. You're mistaken. You're shallow. We need way more than this. What's the message? What is the message here? And again, you're deflecting. You said you weren't a fan of neither. You still haven't answered the question. How is he unifying them? Can we talk about that? So, okay, fine. I'm compromised. Answer the question. All you can say is, you a Drake fan. You say you weren't a fan. You're compromised. I'm a fan of hip hop. I'm a fan of Kendrick and what he brings to the table from a music standpoint. But y'all are over here. I did. Did you read it? Drake disrespected. Okay, here, well, I'll go through and read it. Nobody, not win for Compton, win for Sets, win for Culture, and win for Kendrick. Who else brings the city together? Nobody, not Snoop, not Game. Nobody. It has nothing to do with Drake. And that's what I feel you're looking for. Drake disrespected California, did he not? You're a Drake fan. I'm done. That's cap. You said you were a fan of neither. Compromise. I did. Did you read it already? In none of these statements do I see how you said Maybe said ClassE should be an attorney because he's on his ish for real right now. I'm passionate. I love hip hop and I love this hip hop culture, right? And I think when we start to put people like a Kendrick Lamar and start to say things about him like y'all, like we've said about a Nipsey Hussle, someone like I even say Ryan Leslie, if y'all know of all that Ryan Leslie has done for the culture, even a Killer Mike out here in Atlanta, right? When we start to talk about a Kendrick Lamar like that, who has made it clear that his goal and his passion is his life, the West Coast, and his family, and that's it. I don't understand how y'all can put that dude in this place and have this conversation about unity because he had a concert on Juneteenth. And there were a couple of different sets there. I don't see it. Smokey, stop. You're not answering the question. So what did Drake do? I'm confused what you're looking for though. Okay. Here's what I'm looking for. All right, you ready? I'm going to make it super simple. I'm going to make it very simple. You ready? You said it's a win for Compton, win for the Sets, win for the culture. How is this a win for the culture? How is this a win for the culture? What did this do for the culture? Because the culture is bigger than the West Coast, Smokey. You understand that, right? So if you're going to say, oh, it's a win for the culture because they were all on the same stage and they didn't shoot it at each other. Is that where we're at, really? The culture is so garbage that we're going to give a round of applause to some dudes who we don't even know if they're related to hip hop or on the stage together. That's what we're going to celebrate. We're going to say, "Hey guys, great job. You didn't shoot each other. Wow. Yeah. That's a win." Typing awfully slow over there, Smokey. And again, Smokey knows I love him. We have these type of back and forth conversations all the time, but this is more so for everybody. When you want to talk about unity, please, can we leave the artist out of it? Especially the artists who have made it clear that this is not what they're here for. Kendrick Lamar played Not Like Us 5 times. Was that for unity? Was that for the culture? Was that for the Sets? It's quiet. Boy, it's quiet in the chat. I just let them deal with the music until they show that this is their goal. This is their passion. They are, this is what they're here for. And I mean, hey, maybe you could say, if one good conversation comes out of this, then Kendrick's done his job. Fine. If you want to say that, okay. But please do not paint the picture that this was not about Drake. Don't paint the picture that this wasn't about ego. Don't paint the picture that this is about something bigger, because it's not. And again, this is why I have to keep, and I enjoy speaking on these things, because you're not going to hear both sides of it. You're not going to hear someone who's like, I'm a fan of and respect the hell out of Drake and Kendrick for what they've been able to do with hip hop, for what they've been able to do in music, because it's not easy. But we're not going to just combine the two, because this guy's great at hip hop and great at making hip hop music. And he grew up in the streets of Compton. It's not the same thing. They're two different things. So it annoys me as someone who's raising kids for a Kendrick Lamar to be put in that place and praised like that, because we've got too many examples of people who do that, and it's not Kendrick Lamar. It's a great artist. It's hip hop. Him and Drake technically made the culture hip hop again. Drake is a pop star, fair to say, but too many people want Kendrick to win. Fans, artists, etc. Drake doesn't impact. So I guess we're not answering my question today. That's fine. It's fine. You're not gonna answer my question. It's cool. He said real rap. We'll just move on, because I'm beating the dead horse at this point. Real rap fans, my pops or grand ain't fitting to dance to no effing Drake. You'd be surprised. Amy says she agrees with me 100%. Snapper says he said he's passionate. Passion is a good thing. I am, man. Keep some of these artists. Y'all just need to keep artists and stop looking to them to try and be something that they're not. Amy says, let's be honest. If this was a less famous rapper, no one would say that about them bringing the community together. Nobody had heard of Killer Mike until he won Grammys. But I know, because I'm here in Atlanta and I see it. He's doing a lot of things in the community. He's actually active and involved in the community. He's actually an activist. And nobody talks about it. All he did was capitalize off of a national holiday. Amy, they don't want to hear that. He's a actor. What is understood just doesn't need to be explained. They're all, both Drake and Kendrick alike, are playing the game. They're playing the music game. I'm not mad at it, but y'all don't be blinded by this whole Juneteenth hype up session and act like it's some unity movement. It's not. We're gonna forget about. Go ahead. Let's pull up the news. Let's pull up the news in Compton right now. Let's pull up the news in LA and see what's going on. Amy says, Smokey going. He says, your question doesn't make sense when I answered it long ago. Okay. That's fine. I just went back and read everything you said and then answered my question. I'm gonna let it go. Amy says, I'm in Atlanta and that's facts. Yeah, you see Killer Mike everywhere. He said, give me the answer then. You've been hating on Kenny since it started. You're a hater. You're just a Kendrick hater. That's all you got. It's fine. Sure. I'm a Kendrick hater. And this was not about unity. This was 1000% about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Period. This does not happen if there's no back and forth between Kendrick and Drake. This doesn't happen. Kendrick's not that guy. I mean, this is the biggest thing we've heard from Kendrick since when? Now he's all of a sudden just unifying people. We got Hollywood Cole on the line. Hollywood Cole, my dog, what's up, man? Can you hear me? Cole, you probably got the YouTube in the background. Cole, can you hear me? Hold on, let me make sure my settings are right. Audio source. Oh, here we go. Now he can hear me. Cole, can you hear me? Cole.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? What's up, man?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What's up, yo?
Oh, man. I got my blood pressure's up right now, but go ahead. What are your thoughts?
What was the question that you asked, bro? I forgot. I ain't even see.
I just was asking, how is this a win for... Let me go back and I'll show you exactly what was said. So I said, how is this a win? Smoking the One said, this is a win for Compton, a win for the sets, a win for the culture. And I said, how is my question.
Oh shit. That's a hard one right there. But nah, the banging in Compton and the banging on the West Coast, ClassE though, is real different, man. It's like a
I know
real thing, like you born into it. So it's
I know
different. Like yeah, it's something that probably a lot of us can't even really wrap our finger around, but it's a big win for, you know, like publicity and shit. But like you said, as far as the shit, yeah, as far as the shit changing, it ain't gonna really change for real. It ain't gonna really change for real. That shit, that's how it's been before. You know what I mean? Kendrick came out. That's how it's gonna be. So.
And that's all I'm trying to say, man. I'm not trying to hate on anything. I love Kendrick. I love that he's taking advantage of everything that's going on between him and Drake. I think it's a smart from a business standpoint. And I think he's long deserved the credit that he's getting right now when it comes to his talent and ability. But because he's not that industry type dude, he's not going to get that because he's not pumping out records like Drake is. But at the same time, I can say y'all stop putting this guy on a Nipsey Hussle, Martin Luther King level because he had a Juneteenth concert.
Wow, it's way different.
Yeah, no, that's not it. That's not what we need. And we're not gonna act like a Juneteenth concert is uniting California. Stop it, man. Oh, we lost him. Shout out to Hollywood Co for calling in. Oh, there he is. He's back. We lost you there for a second.
Yeah, that shit was lit though, ClassE. You can't.
Oh man, no, I wish I could have been. I wish I could have been there, man. The energy was amazing.
But look, this is my little input in on it, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Check this out. Drake really, he caught the L, right? But this the difference between Drake and Kenny. Kenny gonna put all them on the stage and shit, but he ain't gonna give them no feature. Drake be giving niggas features. He be putting motherfuckers on like who is Block Boy JB? Like you'll never knew about him.
No. Yeah, we lost you for a second, but I got your point. No, he's a colonizer though. He's a colonizer, man. You can't say that. He's a colonizer. He's just taking these people and he's just giving Future and 21 Savage and Rick Ross and Meek Mill and all these other artists, their biggest hits of his career. But he's a colonizer, man. You can't say that. Hollywood Co., you can't say that about Drake. He's no.
Hey, I bet you the people that he gave features to can't say that either. He changed motherfuckers' lives for real.
But you see how they turn so quickly, which is why it's not wild to me, because like I say, at the end of the day, there's two sides of it. There's the business and the creative side. But they turned on him so quick, and you can tell they got their feelings hurt, whatever the reason may be. But you're 1,000% right, man. So many artists. Yeah, he's shown love to, put on everybody that's been on the stage, and not only that, but he's excelled himself. Like it or not, I could play probably 5 to 10 Drake songs, and y'all are gonna start singing them and know who Drake is, because you've heard them before, right?
Yeah, I don't think Kendrick can beat Drake in the verses, but he beat him in this motherfucking battle though.
Ooh, okay, that's a hot take. You say you don't think Drake you don't think he could beat Drake in the verses? Ooh.
Hell no.
Ooh.
Hell no.
They're not gonna like that one, man. I would.
Come on now, ClassE. Come on, ClassE. No.
Dang, Co.
Drake and Kenny got some hits though. But he performed them all at the jump. You know what I'm saying? At the concert. That's basically all he coming out with. Man, Drake got so much shit that the little kids like, the older people like. You know what I'm saying?
That's Yeah, I'm thinking about Nice for What. I'm thinking about God's Plan. I'm thinking, I mean, even, and then I'm thinking like, I got loyalty.
Better find your heart.
Dang, man, Cole, you might. I can't say that. I can't agree with you on that one. That is the hottest take I think I've heard on this show. Man, I'd have to see the lineup, man. That's I'm not ready to say that one, but I like it. I can't be mad at it. But like I said, I'm with you though. But like I said, in general, because of who Drake is, you can play 5 to 10 Drake songs right now, and I guarantee everybody in this chat, all 80,000 of y'all watching right now would know at least several lines from those songs, right? Kendrick Lamar, it's not the same thing, but that's not the type of artist he is. So I think that's going to be tough in the verses, just because, you know, you've got King Kunta, you've got several songs on Damn. It's going to be the catalog is going to be a little bit more limited. Whew, yeah. That's a hot take right there, man. I like it though. Yeah, he does. Yeah, we're not going to take away from him, but when it comes to a versus, Drake he's got a lot of ammo that he can go to. So,
all right, ClassE, man, I gotta go, man.
Hey, man, thank you for calling in. You can call in anytime, brother. I appreciate you stopping by, and have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tonight and in the chat too.
All right, for sure.
All right, peace, man. Hollywood Co. with the hot takes. Man, that one. Yo, that one had me stressed out, man. He said he thinks Drake would beat Kendrick in a versus. I don't know. Who do y'all think? Wayne versus Drake. Here's one that I think we could probably handle a little bit better. Wayne versus Drake. Who do y'all have? Who do you think's beating Wayne? Beating who in that versus? Drake gonna win or Wayne's gonna win? Kendrick and Drake right now. Man, I can't do that one. That's tough. Amy says the difference is that he did it for clout and to appear as though he was doing something good for selfish gain. That's disgusting. And again, I'm not, until I hear Kendrick say anything other than he said, which was, you know, this was for the people. This was for hip hop. This was for Compton. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. West Coast all day. I rock with it. But until Kendrick comes out and says that, yeah, you know, I just wanted to unify and send a message which I don't think he will say that because that's not what he's trying to do. I'm not going to hold him accountable for that, Amy. I'm holding everybody else in here who's saying it's about the bigger picture. Stop it, man. She says Killer Mike does things regardless if it's in the news or cameras in his face. Yeah. Smuggling One said you acted like giving fake information was tough. Tried to validate a song to win. Drake a bitch, plain and simple. Y'all Kendrick fans are obsessed with Drake. I swear, man. We were talking about Kendrick this whole time. You got to bring up Drake. Kendrick won, but I'm done voicing my opinion. No, man. Smokey, you know it's all. Come on, man. I love the back and forth with y'all. This makes the show fun. That was like I said. Newsflash, Hollywood Co is a bird. Yeah, that bird was back there going crazy. Let me see. Smuggling One said Co is high. Yeah, that one got me. And Smuggling One said Pulitzer Pen won't win the verses. I think it's gonna be tough just because the lyrics. Because again, Kendrick he's a different type of artist. So I can think of maybe 3 or 4 songs that Kendrick could bring into a versus that might do well. But yeah, I agree. The Pulitzer Pen is just, as I've said throughout this entire battle, it's the hip hop culture versus the industry side. And in a versus, I think you're going to have the commercial industry side of hip hop is going to win in most cases. Snapper Slapper said Drake wins the verses, but I still mess with Kendrick music more. Really? I mean, Drake's music was kind of, forced down our throats. Hey, so it's hard. It's just hard not to know, and it's hard not to know Drake because he's just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Amy said, Snapper, no. You said newsflash, Hollywood Co is a bird. Yeah. Popularity contest, just like in the community, Drake for sure wins. Yeah. Well, for a versus, I still don't know, man. That would be tough. Snapper said Wayne is gonna win, hands down. Hollywood Co said ain't nobody seeing Killer Mike in the verses. All right, now relax, Co. Smuggling One says you've been bringing these ninjas up for months and I can't say his name. No, not when I'm asking you about Kendrick in this specific situation. You say, oh, but Drake. We're not talking about Drake right now. We're talking about Kendrick, Mr. Unity, the second coming of Martin Luther King Lamar. I love y'all, man. All right. Y'all thought I was done cooking. We're about to cook again. So I saw this video and I almost don't want to play it just because I went on that rant just now. But I think the timing is perfect. All right, listen to this video and then we're going to break it down. I'll play it the whole way through. Y'all can give me your thoughts. This person, I don't know who they are, is basically talking about what this whole situation that was going on with the Pop Out concert really means to hip hop and the culture and Kendrick Lamar specifically. All right, y'all listen up. Let me know your thoughts.
So this rap beef was never about two dudes disliking each other. This was never about Kendrick going crazy on Drake because he said some slick shit in a song. Kendrick's hatred for Drake runs so deep because it's not just about Drake. I think he hates everything that Drake stands for, everything that Drake is. And in an ideal world, if hip-hop was protected and gatekept the way that it should have been, and if hip-hop hadn't been turned into this mainstream, commodified, hot mess of a genre that it is right now, an artist like Drake wouldn't exist. And he certainly wouldn't be, like, regarded as one of the leaders of the genre. Y'all gotta remember, through this whole beef, one of the biggest and valid critiques that Kendrick has had for Drake is that he interacts with hip-hop in a way that a colonizer would. He's just here to stack his own coins. He's not here to build, uplift, or really create anything with any true artistic integrity. The dude is not from here. He has literally come here and cosplays as the people that are on stage. Do y'all realize that? The people that are on stage are living the life that Drake and other corporate manufactured artists are pretending and cosplaying to live in their videos and in their concerts and all the things. And it's crazy because there's real life consequences and repercussions of this lifestyle. And there's not enough time on TikTok in the world for me to go down the rabbit hole of breaking down intercommunal violence.
No, please break it down.
Gang culture and what it's like to be in California with all these different neighborhoods and sets and the dangers and the grief and the trauma that goes with losing loved ones. It's a lot. And it's something that Kendrick has known his whole life. And he has real people that he has lost to this culture and this lifestyle that people like Drake are pretending to live. When you look at it from that angle, Drake's very existence as a rap artist is fucking insulting. And so for Kendrick to pull all these people on stage after playing Not Like Us like 5 times.
She said as a
and
rap
say,
artist.
like, it's bigger than me. It's not about back and forth. Like, this is like history right here. Any moments of unity like this at this scale, and then for it to be streamed on Amazon, like the power this man has is insane. Really makes that Euphoria bar hit different, where he says they tell him run to America to imitate heritage, but they can't imitate this violence. Dude literally had different sets and gangs from across Southern California on stage together. Like, dudes are crip walking in blue chucks next to dudes waving red flags, and it's all love. Kendrick used this space to remind us that at the root and at the creation and the architect of this genre is people just like this. See all these gangbangers on stage and these kids and these dope ass dancing women, and it's all love on Juneteenth. Like, this is the blackest thing we've seen in a minute. It was never two men against each other. It was art and culture versus mainstream, corporate, manufactured,
I agree.
inauthenticity, culturally appropriating,
Well, that's thinking it was
weird fan in every sense of the word. FAN, break it down. All right, so the last thing I'll say is, after everything I just broke down, doesn't it make this clip even more cringe than it already was? Like, what are you doing? It's like, it's cosplaying. He's a cosplaying gangster. That's all it is.
All right, interesting video there. So I'm going to go back and break it down to share my thoughts. First thing I want to say is I absolutely agree with the point she made about it being two separate sides of, well, I'm confused because she said rap and hip hop and used them interchangeably, which I don't think is correct, because there are two major differences between rap and hip hop. But either way, I do agree there's two sides to it. And I've been talking about this since the whole beef started. There's the hip hop culture side. A lot of the hip hop purists are on, and Kendrick Lamar represents that side of it. What she was talking about, growing up in the struggle, growing up in the hood, going through certain things in life. That is a part of hip hop culture that you can't, you can imitate it, but you can't recreate that, right? And then you've got the commercial side, which is Drake. He's a rapper. He's a hip hop artist, and he symbolizes more of the commercial side, the more of making music that is for the general public, not necessarily for a specific part of hip hop culture. All right. So with that being said, I want to go back through this and make a couple of points here on some of the things she said. And I've got some questions I want to ask y'all in the comments too.
This goes to show this rap beef was never about two dudes disliking each other. This was never about Kendrick going crazy on Drake because he said some slick shit in a song. Kendrick's...
Okay, first of all,
Stop the cap.
that's not true. Kendrick Lamar said himself that he had been waiting for Drake to do this for years, for a long time. This is all about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I wish y'all would just stop saying it's bigger than this. No, it's not. It's about Kendrick's ego, Drake's ego. And it turned into a West Coast thing because Drake pushed that on to Kendrick and he had to do something about it. It's always been Kendrick versus Drake. Let's not do that.
Hatred for Drake runs so deep because it's not just about Drake. I think he hates everything that Drake stands for, everything that Drake is. And in an ideal world, if hip-hop was protected and gatekept the way that it should have been, and if hip-hop hadn't been turned into this mainstream...
Why are we pretending like Drake and Kendrick Lamar haven't collaborated? Why are we acting like Kendrick's first big tour he went on with Drake? Why are we pretending like Kendrick Lamar hasn't given Drake his credit? It's got a lot of it's got to be Drake hate, which I'm fine with, I'm cool with, but can we just be honest here?
Ideal world, if hip-hop was protected and gatekept the way that it should have been, and if hip-hop hadn't been turned into this mainstream commodified hot mess of a genre that it is right now, an artist like Drake wouldn't exist. And he certainly wouldn't be like regarded as one of the leaders of the genre.
I disagree. Hip hop has evolved. There was no way to hold back the popularity because there's people who think the stories from real hip hop culture artists are interesting. They want to support it. And please, can you find me the artist, the hip hop artist that has said, I say this to y'all so many times. Find me the hip hop artist that says, hey, y'all, don't listen to my music. I'm not putting my music here because it's not for everybody. I'm not putting my music there because it's not for everybody. I don't want y'all to listen to it. We're NWA. This is just for us. I'm not making music videos. I don't want the fame. I'm just trying to send a message to a certain people. Y'all, please don't listen to it. All the white people at the Pop Out concert, when I say ninja, y'all got to exit the building. You can come back in after I'm done saying it. You won't, because for some reason in this culture, one of the worst parts about it, we think we can have it both ways, and you can't. That's not how it works.
Y'all got to remember, through this whole beef, one of the biggest and valid critiques that Kendrick has had for Drake is that he interacts with hip hop in a way that a colonizer would. He's just here to stack his own coins. He's not here to build, uplift, or really create anything with any true artistic integrity.
This is such a dumb argument. Took Kendrick Lamar on this first tour. We got Future. We met so many artists you can mention. Artists that he's given some of their biggest hits. Rick Ross. Are we really going to do this to say he's a colonizer?
To stack his own coins. He's not here to build, uplift, or really create anything with any true artistic integrity. The dude is not from here. He has literally come here and cosplays as the people that are on stage. Do y'all realize that? The people that are on stage are living the life that Drake and other corporate manufactured artists are pretending and cosplaying to live in their videos and in their concerts and all the things. And
okay, fine. If you want to make that point, I'll give you that. Drake is cosplaying, and he says stuff in his songs that aren't necessarily true. Isn't that a part of our current culture? I mean, are we going to hold the hip hop culture responsible at any point in this whole conversation? That's a conversation that really needs to be had, because we're glorifying and praising these things. So many of even some of the hip hop artists are out here saying that they've never done or been involved with. And then we're going to go at Drake and say, well, I mean, you really don't have shooters like that. You never spun the block. We never seen you out here spin the block.
are pretending and cosplaying to live in their videos and in their concerts and all the things.
She's clearly from the West
Coast. It's crazy
Coast.
because there's real life consequences and repercussions of this lifestyle. And there's not enough time on TikTok in the world for me to go down the rabbit hole of breaking down intercommunal violence and gang culture and what it's like to be in California with all these different neighborhoods and sets and the dangers and
but unity,
the grief and the trauma that goes with losing loved ones. It's a lot. And it's something that Kendrick has known his whole life. And he has real people that he has lost to this culture and this lifestyle that people like Drake are pretending to live. When you look at it from that,
Drake is not pretending to live this lifestyle. What is she talking about?
thing that Kendrick has known his whole life, and he has real people that he has lost to this culture and this lifestyle that people like Drake are pretending to live. When you look at it from that angle, Drake's very existence as a rap artist is fucking insulting.
Okay, here's where she messed up. You can't say rap artist. If you want to say hip hop artist, fine, but you can't say his existence as a rap artist is disgusting, because there's 40 million rappers who, every hip hop rapper is doing what Drake is doing. They're doing what Kendrick is doing. Kendrick has done it himself. So that doesn't make Kendrick disgusting. It's a part of the art form.
Existence as a rap artist is fucking insulting. And so for Kendrick to pull all these people on stage after playing Not Like Us like 5 times and say like, it's bigger than me. It's not about back and forth. Like this is like history right here. Any moments of unity like this at this scale, and then for it to be streamed on Amazon, like the power this man has is insane. Really makes that Euphoria bar hit different.
What is the unity? Again, y'all keep saying unity bigger than, this is the thing that kills me. Unity bigger than me. This is bigger than me. What is it? I still haven't heard what it is. What is she talking about? What are these people talking about? What is the unity? What's the message? What are we trying to do? What are you trying to say? I don't know. Other than, hey, you know, guys, look at us. We're Crips and Bloods, and we can be on the stage for a couple hours. Yay, culture. I don't get it, man. What unity are we talking about? Because y'all know, at the end of the day, they're just going to go back to doing what they were doing. This concert is going to be forgotten. This isn't changing anything. What unity are y'all just talking about? Being in a building and dancing to They Not Like Us and talking about Drake's a pedophile? I'm missing it, man.
To be streamed on Amazon, like the power this man has is insane. Really makes that Euphoria bar hit different, where he says they tell him run to America to imitate heritage, but they can't imitate this violence. Dude literally had different sets and gangs from across Southern California on stage together. Like, dudes are crip walking in blue chucks next to dudes waving red flags, and it's all love. Kendrick used this space to remind us that at the root and at the creation and the architect of this genre is people just like this. See all these gangbangers on stage and these kids and these dope ass dance.
Okay, yeah, that's true, but that's not the full root of hip hop. I think she's missing it, because if that's what you're saying, then I'm bringing all of these different sets and these different gangs together to show that there's unity, but there's disunity. Because you even think about NWA, right? Since we're going to be on the West Coast, what was the message? Like, we're all have this common goal that we want to move towards, and that's why NWA is here, right? What is this? What are we doing? other than just, hey, stand up for the West Coast because Drake used Tupac's voice on a freestyle. I still haven't heard anybody give me a clear answer to that.
And the architect of this genre is people just like this. See all these gangbangers on stage and these kids and these dope ass dancing women, and it's all love on Juneteenth. Like, this is the blackest thing we've seen in a minute. It was never two men against each other.
Disgusting.
It was art and culture versus mainstream, corporate, manufactured, inauthenticity, culturally appropriating, weird fan in every sense of the word. FAN,
Wow.
break it down. All right, so the last thing I'll say is, after everything I just broke down, doesn't it make this clip even more cringe than it already was?
All right, and this is gonna roast Drake for how he's dancing.
Like, what are you doing? It's like, it's cosplaying. He's a cosplaying gangster. That's all it is.
Yeah, I don't think Drake doesn't want to be a gangster from what I'm seeing. I could be wrong, but again, not going to focus on Drake right now. This whole unity, bringing people together conversation is lost on me. I'm not seeing what is the goal of the unity that we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to put all of our differences aside. Are we trying to bring the sets together? What's the goal? Because just having people on stage for a concert on Juneteenth talking about Drake, what is that the unity that we're fighting for right now? I don't know. I don't see it. Y'all have to let me know. I'm probably missing it, y'all. I am definitely missing it. Y'all have to let me know what's going on. Y'all are crazy. Smokey the One said, I don't want to talk about either of these grown ass men. Oh man. All right. There's one way to say I give up. What we finna do to spice up the community? Nothing. Smokey said, I hate the way that you dress. He said that line was written by me. I hate Ninja's outfits. Oh man. Smokey also says exactly that's ish means something over there. No, that's not what I'm saying. I know it means something that they were all on the same stage. That's fine. But what does it mean? All it says to me is that they can cooperate for a few hours and then it's business as usual. So, and what was, again, to me, if you're going to say they were uniting to say, okay, we're just defending the West Coast. Cool, whatever. That's not going to change anything, right? What's the unity, man? Oh, Amy was, y'all were joking. Hollywood Ghost said, what did this ninja do to make them so mad? He used Tupac's voice on the tailor-made freestyle, and they said, oh, no. He bought Tupac's ring. Kendrick, oh, I didn't even mention this. I think I was supposed to cover, man, DJ Academics keeps getting put on the back burner because I wanted to break down the video from him, but he actually changed the lyrics and told Drake to give Kendrick Tupac's ring back. So he's got Kendrick's in his feelings right now, man. But y'all want to say it's not about Drake. That's cool. Snapper says capitalize where you can, I guess. Yeah, and I love that. I think that's a smart part of business, but please don't pretend like we're having a bigger discussion about the I Have a Dream speech. Let's just keep it on the music, keep it on the beef, and y'all just chill on that other stuff. Marco the Prophet's in here. He says Shorty's takes are biased as fuck. Yeah, they are. Snapper Slapper said, who hurt her? Marco also says, I don't think Drake ever portrayed an image that wasn't him. She's off on that one. Exactly. Most of his tracks are pop and singing. Yeah, Drake's is talking about being in his feelings and wild, man. Wild. Smokey says she's delusional. Even Smokey said, nah, this ain't it. Yeah, she's tripping. She's exaggerating everything 10 times. That is rap culture though. Gangs been a thing in rap for years. There's a difference, man. Y'all got to separate the two. Rap culture and hip hop culture are two separate things. Rap is not hip hop. Rap is not hip hop. And I think out of respect for what hip hop culture, how hip hop culture started and just the history of hip hop, we have to separate the two. You can't use them interchangeably. Smokey said, don't downplay it. Yeah, because I agree. I mean, yeah, gangs have been a part of hip hop culture for that long too. Smokey one said, I'll say this, it ain't happening in Baltimore. Oh my God. CG Beats is in the building. What's up, man? Good to see you. Smoker the one said, you know who really being upset? My ninja YG. Yeah, that take did not age well. YG turned on Drake real quick. He said YG told that ninja, don't put me in your lyrics. Man, Wave Lori's in here. He said, say OV ho. Smoke the one says, I'm not going against you. I'm just stating. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you on that one, Smokey. I agree 100%. Six Lenses in here. So we've got Six Lenses is a Drake fan. He said, they hating. No one complained about MJ stuff getting bought. Hip hop or gangster rap? Hip hop's for parties. Hip hop was for parties, not gangster. That's where it started, but it quickly evolved after that. Yeah, Smokey says rap and hip hop is different. I 100% agree. Hip hop is what I mean. I know, Smokey. That's why I was pointing it out. Nicer's up in here too. Shout out to Nicer. Yeah, hip hop and rap are two, especially now, two different things. That's why, again, if y'all want to go the hip hop versus rap route and say Drake is not a hip hop artist, I can see that. And it goes more into where I would agree with her when she's saying hip hop should have been gatekept at some point and not been allowed to be diluted by rap, because it's just not the same, you know. And hip hop culture, I think hip hop culture and hip hop purists still protect that in their own way. But the problem is when you get a Kendrick Lamar who is signing to these major record labels, who wants the fame, who wants to be able to take care of his family, who wants to make it out, is tired of the struggle, who's been through all those things. And then they get to this level, you kind of move away from that. You kind of move away from that hip hop side, which is why it's always going to be a tough thing to balance in the end, in my opinion. Let me see what y'all are saying. I think I got everybody in here. We were supposed to be out of here at 1:30, but I really wanted to cover what DJ Academics was saying about this whole situation. I think we could probably do it real quick in like 20 minutes, but let me see. Quay is over there too. Quay, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, we got Quay TV, the demon, in the building. What's up, man?
Been a lot going on lately.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on everything that's going on here, man?
I feel like at the end of the day, even though that he got people on the stage with him and everybody together, but at the end of the day, they're different gangs, they're different sets. They still gonna beef with each other.
There's no unity there. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So what do you think? I mean, what are your thoughts on the whole concert? And when people say, you know, it wasn't about Drake and there was a bigger message. Are you seeing that, or are you seeing something different?
No, I'm seeing that he just went to the concert just to perform a diss track.
That's an interesting point too, and something I didn't even bring up. If it wasn't about Drake, Why perform Not Like Us?
I want to know what the chat say about that.
That's something I didn't even think about, and I wish I had thought about it earlier. If it wasn't about Drake, why would he perform Not Like Us, Meet the Grams, 616 in LA? I mean, y'all bigger picture Unity people gotta take a L on this one, because why would you even play those songs? We've got a whole catalog of songs people said from Kendrick were about unity and were behind the movement that was going on when the whole George Floyd thing happened, right? Why not focus on those songs if it's about unity and about a bigger message?
I mean, if I would have been hosting a performance and somebody come and perform that, I'm rather off calling Joyner Lucas to come perform Devil's Work.
Dang. Okay, talk about it. Oh, did you hear? Speaking of Joyner Lucas, did you hear his Three Little Pigs?
I ain't heard it yet. I seen it, but
man,
I ain't heard it yet.
Yeah, it was dope. I liked it. I had a little bit. Maybe I should do a review of it. I had a small critique about it, but overall, Joyner Lucas is one of my favorite artists. He's super dope. But yeah, go check it out and listen to it if you haven't listened to it, and watch the video too, because the video that he made for that is super dope. But anyway,
also,
go ahead, Quay. Go ahead.
Leo season 3 is dropping next month on the 25th.
There he goes. We got new music from Quay. Yeah, let us make sure you stop by and drop the links when it's ready, man, so we can promote it here and get everybody to listen to it.
Yeah, like you said before, that is diss track season, but I don't want to go ahead and get mine out.
Okay. What's the title of it so we can look out for it?
It's called Like That, featuring Fly Guy Maserati.
Okay. Shout out to Fly Guy Maserati. Yeah, definitely send it once you get done with it, man, and we're gonna drop it over here, all right?
Alrighty.
All right, shout out to Quay. Appreciate you calling in, man. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tonight too.
All right, and shout out to Tierra.
All right, shout out to Tierra. Peace. Again, man, the chat got quiet. If we're all about unity, if there's a bigger picture, why perform Not Like Us? Smoking the One says, They Not Like Us on Juneteenth was perfect. Nah, I don't know. Wave Lord said, realizing Not Like Us is now his biggest song made me question some things. Hate is strong, man. Hate is so powerful, and unfortunately it can be stronger than love in some cases. I mean, y'all see so many people out of their anger, out of their hate for Drake and what he's doing, just turn and all come over onto this one side. I mentioned this yesterday in yesterday's live stream. It's going to be interesting to see where Kendrick goes from here, because all of these people that are coming over to this side, like the Imperial Stats, he was over here yesterday, that just can't stand Drake. When Kendrick stops talking about Drake, when he stops beefing with Drake, they're going to go back over to their middle ground, and they'll see the numbers and they'll see Kendrick's not getting as much as the hype. They're going to be over there talking about Kendrick fell off, man. And then this is going to look like another win for Drake. They're going to see Drake is continuing to rise, continuing to go up. There's no stopping him right now. Kendrick, it's tough to say the same. If this is going to be the peak and the height of his career, Drake is always going to be able to hold this over his head. He's going to say, look at all that I did. If it wasn't for me, none of this would have happened. If Drake hadn't responded at certain points, none of this would have happened. Interesting point. Smoking the One said, They Not Like Us. Juneteenth was perfect. He said the culture loves ish that is destructive. Talk about it, Smoking the One. And this is why the culture garbage, man. That's why. When he rapped about being a better person or his ninjas was ignoring him, now he stooped down and it's a problem. Yeah, that part of the culture needs some help. But yep, it's true. And that's why we're over here talking about unity and we've got the different sets on stage and stuff. That's not going to change. That's not going to change. And I really hate that. Another thing I didn't appreciate was Kendrick taking what Smokey said, I'm a better person than you. Man, what? No, you're not. Kendrick, you got your skeletons too. And you've aired some of them out so people give you grace because you brought it to the forefront and said, hey, y'all, I messed up. But we're supposed to say he's better than Drake. Come on, man. Nope. Y'all are the same dude, just wearing different suits. And you have the same goal, and that's to win, which I'm fine with. But let's not be like, oh, this is something bigger. Stop it, man. Wave Lori said, I'm convinced this whole thing is just marketing and we eating it up. Oh, absolutely. I'm loving it, man. Content creators are winning right now. We've got some albums that are going to drop this summer. I'm going to keep talking about it. But if you want to talk about the bigger picture, we got to have a different conversation about this. This is straight hip hop, beef, music, rap. That's it. There's no bigger picture. It's just Kendrick buying a bigger yacht and disappearing for another 2 years, and Drake continuing to be the face of Gamma, the face of Nike, the face of his brand, OVO, and building probably in the future one of the biggest record labels that ever existed. That's it. That's it. All right, let's enjoy this, have fun with it, and let's not try and lean over into the activism and it's bigger than what you thought. Listen to the lyrics, man. Side. Stop. No, it's just straight up beef. Two guys fighting each other, and we'll have fun with it as we will. Smoke the One lastly says, I feel they both messed up doing the beef in the first place. Ooh, interesting. They both taken backlash for it when they thought it would be a gain. Drake is definitely the long-term winner in this because he put a stop to the whole PDF allegations with the Heart Part 6. He got to leave things off at a good place. He can continue to sneak diss Kendrick as much as he wants to after this. He's got the ammo for it, right? And we all know and have seen his pattern. We know Drake is going to use that. But Kendrick, again, as I mentioned on the other side, where does he go from here? Because this whole rise and boost that he's seen in his entire algorithm and brand is only because of the beef with Drake. I know Kendrick fans aren't going to like it, but it is the way it is. It is what it is. You guys cannot deny that fact. Drake is up here on his way up and continuing to go up. And Kendrick Lamar was just, coasting along. Then he beefed with Drake and went up, right? So where does he go from here? I think that's going to be a lose long term from Kendrick, because people are going to look at this the way we're already looking at it and predicting and seeing, all right, Kendrick, that was cool. Yeah, not like us. It was a major hit, but did you retire after that? Or, what happened? Because the only way that Kendrick can continue to make this rise if he moves in another direction. And if he does that and he moves in another direction, he's not going to be seen the same by the hip hop culture that brought him up to this place in the first place. And how does that make him any different than Drake? It's a tough situation to be in. I think Kendrick, I'm sure he knows and understands what's going to happen as a result of this. And it's just like, hey, let me get my bag right now. Let me take advantage of this and we'll deal with that later on. Because there's still going to be, as long as he stays true to hip hop culture, I think that's eventually where he's going to win at. But again, I'm just a guy up here talking on YouTube. That's my opinion. I don't know anything. Wave Lori said, entertaining for sure, and dropping a diss less than an hour after you got dissed. Got to be one of the craziest ish ever. Yeah. What does Amy say? Hold on a second. There we go. Stretch this out a little bit. Amy said he delivered a hidden message in that performance and the choice of songs he chose. He knew what he was doing. People can scream unity, but one brother dissing another brother on Juneteenth, But Drake's not black, remember? You know who's black? You know who can say ninja? This guy, he's good. This is the guy. You know, Drake's, yeah, he's out. He's a Canadian mixed kid. So Drake, I'm sorry, but this guy, this lady, all these white chicks back here, this dude, everybody around him, they're good. Unity. Kendrick just made a small stop gap. That's it. Kendrick needs to understand that you have to continue to work hard. Now people will expect him to top They Not Like Us. I don't think he can. That's it. Yes. Yeah. And again, Six Lenses, I know you probably missed it yesterday, but this is what I've been saying for the past several months, for the past couple of weeks, is the people who are over here now and who are on this side, they're going to see that there's a change, and they're going to see Kendrick Lamar go back into who Kendrick Lamar truly is. If he stays true to himself in the hip hop culture that he so rightfully took the crown of. So it's going to happen. And there's going to be people saying Kendrick fell off when this new album comes out, unless he continues to take this track that he's on and make more commercial industry. What did this girl say? I wish I could stop saying this girl. I just don't know her name. Oh, okay. Is this her?
This
Chelsea.
goes to show this rap beef was
That Chelsea is saying making more industry stuff. Then I'm going to come back to this video and be like, hey, Chelsea, what's your guy Kendrick doing? She'll probably say, oh, well, he's still sending a message, but he's getting it out to more people. Come on, man. Smokey the One said he's already has ish better than that. We just need MFers to accept his lane. They won't. Yeah, and he's not, Smokey, because it's not for everybody. And I think that's what makes Kendrick Lamar such a pure artist, is it's not for everybody. And I think that's okay. And that's a big part of, what Chelsea was saying and what a lot of y'all say, and what I believe too. That's a big part of hip hop culture is it's not going to be for everybody. If you go to a fine art museum and you look around in the fine art museum, you don't be like, it's going on in here, because it's not for everyone. It's not stick figures with, crayon colored clouds. So at the end of the day, you're going to have to separate the two. It'll be interesting to see what route Kendrick takes from here, because there's not going to be another Not Like Us. And y'all can quote me on that. You can hold me accountable to it, because the magnitude of and the amount of support Kendrick had behind this one track, you can't replicate that with just a simple album release. There has to be something else behind it. We talked about today. That's the hate, right? The hate for Drake. That's the love, also the love for hip hop culture. That's also the West Coast. That's also the beef that he has with Metro Boomin, Rick Ross, Future, Weeknd, Ja Morant in there too, right? So that to recreate this, it is going to be a feat. It's not happening. I don't see it happening. And I'm with Six Lenses on this. It's gonna be tough. Smokey's saying yes, he can. Yeah, he can, but not at this scale. Not with the amount of support he's getting for Not Like Us, for sure. People wants him to go commercial. If he does, I'm done with him. See, this is the culture talking. Smokey the One is the culture. This is the culture talking, and he's backing up everything that I was saying. He said, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, he can't do that, because if he does, and honestly, y'all aren't gonna like this, man. I don't want to talk about Drake, but I'm going to talk about Drake. Y'all are going to kill me for this. But by Drake ending the beef by seemingly waving the white flag, right? Did he essentially win? Because Not Like Us is the last track we've heard from Kendrick. So Not Like Us, that's it. That's peak Kendrick, right? Kendrick didn't get a chance to go back into his Meet the Grams or his 616 in LA bag. The last thing people are going to remember about Kendrick is Not Like Us. Did Drake take a win by bowing out at that moment? Oh, because now all the weight is on Kendrick. All the pressure is on Kendrick right now. It's like, hey man, you're the new king. Charlamagne saying you're the new king of hip hop. Snoop Dogg saying you're the new king of the West. What you gonna do? Drake's still going Drake. I mean, Drake is, this whole battle he's been doing himself, but Kendrick changed. And I know the Kendrick fans will agree with me. Kendrick had to change during this battle because of his opponent. People are going to remember that, and they're going to look at that when he releases more music. Dang, this is deep, man. It's bigger. It's bigger than just beef. Yeah, I love this. I love hip hop though, man. Huge fan of hip hop. This has been fun to cover. I don't think it's over yet either. Amy says, what's worse is it's premeditated hate, writing diss tracks and keeping them on standby so he can be ready at any moment. It perpetuates hate, in my opinion. Yeah, it's just a part of the game. I think for Kendrick and Drake, it's not pure, unadulterated hatred. These guys don't really hate each other like that, in my opinion. I don't know them, so I'm not speaking for them. But from what I observed, they don't hate each other. They're both in the same industry. They just want to win. They're both fierce competitors. They want to kill each other in the ring. After that, they don't care. They're not checking for each other. So I think that most of the hate is being fueled by people who hate Drake or people who are fans of Kendrick. So I don't think it's necessarily these two, because they got other stuff they got to worry about. They don't have time to hate on another dude. But yeah, it's just it's a part of the game. But I definitely see what you're saying, Amy. He had his shots ready to go. Let me see what else. Six Lenses says, think about it. Michael couldn't recreate Thriller, so good luck, Kendrick. I wish MJ would have made it through until This Is It came out. Oh man, I was so excited for This Is It. I went to the movies and saw the film. Man, I think that would have been a big moment for MJ. But rest in peace, didn't make it and be able to to tour after that and all that. I bet Wayne is on the album. Oh no. Smoking the One said it's either he wants to lose his core fans or gain the new generation. It's a catch-22, man. Yeah, he wants to keep his core fans. Yep. Amy said Fine Art Museum. Yep. Me and Amy are on the same page. Six Lenses says, I still don't think he is king. He's king of the West. I don't think he's the king of hip hop. Honestly. Let's see. Amy said, I know someone who needs to be in there. Oh, I don't know what she means. I don't know what you mean, Amy. I must have missed something. Amy said, Smokey, I get it, but now it's like everyone and their brother is doing a diss track. That's true. Hip hop isn't what it used to be, in my opinion. Yeah, hip hop's definitely changed. Hip hop now is about egos, where before, as I mentioned, I think it's just a good example with NWA. It was about the culture, it's about the community, it was about everyone moving towards a main goal. Now it's about ego, which is fine. But I think we need to understand that. And until we have someone that comes along and saying, hey, this hip hop stuff is cool, but I'm going to use this platform for us to move towards a common goal and not just glorify the street life and talk about the struggle, this is where we're going to be. It is already 2 o'clock, y'all. We went way over time. Thank you to everybody who participated, man. I guess I'm going to have to say DJ Academics. Oh no. And I closed out of that too. I wanted to save that one. DJ Academics has just been getting pushed and pushed back. He's not that important to this topic. It's just something fun to cover. I'm going to try, unless there's some breaking news in the Lil Woody case or the YSL case, I'm going to try and talk about DJ Academics on Monday. But again, thank y'all so much for interacting in the chat. I love having a conversation with y'all and hearing y'all's thoughts on what's going on, no matter what the topic. Thank you to those that called in, to Quay and Hollywood Co. Y'all, the call-in line is available every show. So if y'all want to call in and give your thoughts on every single show, make sure you do that. All right, got a couple of announcements before I get y'all up out of here, and then I'll read some more comments. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Song of the Night live. This is your last chance to get into the Season 8 tournament. So if you miss out on tonight, you won't be able to get into the tournament. Make sure you tune in tonight. Invite your family, your friends, and your fans to the show so they can vote for your song to make it into the top 20. We're going to be giving away $100 in cash, a brand new Shure 55SH microphone, and 2 door prizes. So it's going to be a good time. You don't want to miss out. Let everybody know. Let me see what y'all be saying over there in the comments, and I'll get y'all up out of here. Amy says, I get that, Smokey, but I miss the substance, but I hear you. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Smokey the One says, being able to see these people 25-8 forces them to stay in character. What do you mean by that, Smokey? Amy says, that's what I'm saying. These Mactors. I love that word. I'm talking about the perpetuates the beef with the fans, etc. Yeah, it's all right now. It's about ego. It's about me, which is, yeah, he said I missed some comments. It's fine. Which is fine. But hip hop has just evolved and it's changed, and that's where we are right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have that one artist who is able to build a big enough platform like a Ye, like a Drake, to where they say, all right, y'all, this is the message I'm sending. This is why I'm here. This is why I want to do. And they move the conversation forward. Time will tell. All right. Y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. I love and appreciate y'all. We're going to get up out of here. I'll see you guys tonight. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. We gone. Peace. Yep.
We're real strong people. We can do anything. We can't be worried about what they say. My brother, my sister, just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself.
Since everything starts with self, let me hold this mirror up and take a look at myself. Before I judge you, I gotta check myself. And I come to find out that that's good for my health, right? Change your mind and watch the whole body follow. So you won't hear me talking about I'm hitting you with hollows. I can't do it, got plans for tomorrow. And I ain't trying to bring my seeds no type of sorrow. Wait, cause fake rappers do fake-ish. I mean, most the basic get replaced quick. I'll never sacrifice my soul. Truth is, so I might never get 1 million records sold. But that's cool, cause I'm good with the creator. He nurtured my thoughts, so I present you with verbal flavor. You never listen to what no haters say. We pray for them, but we gon' move it this way. We moving forward, y'all.
We can do anything.
I feel like George Floyd, yo, I can't breathe. It's hard to conceive on why they wanna kill we. I think they wanna break our spirit, the youth won't hear it. We die over loose, these cops scared to quit it. I send my love to Eric Gardner's family, cause them pigs went and took away somebody's daddy. Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, the world sees what's happening. Yeah, so in the midst of our hardest pain, we believe in ourselves and face our darkest days. You know, they be mad when we come together. So after the protest, stick together. Take the pledge, I will fight but won't kill a brother. Cause I can't take your life if you are my brother. So I'ma send you love, not one shell casing. Believe in yourself and change our situation. Yeah.
Believe in your skin.